Welcome back. In this video, we will learn about how we can do indexing, slicing of an Pandas series. We will also learn about attributes and methods of Pandas series. So the first thing which we are going to learn is indexing. Indexing is just a way to refer to the individual items. In Python, objects are zero indexed. That means the position count starts with 0. So in Pandas series, we have two type of index. One is positional index and another is labeled index. Positional index are given by default. That simply means that whenever you create a series, it is automatically assigned to each value of the series. And they are integer values and they begin with 0. Labeled index are user defined. This means that you can give any name to the values of a series. Let us see how we can work with it. So these are two series. One is month. I just printed for you. And when I run it, this is what you will see. That simply means that the index starts with 0 and they are integer values. But in case of fruits, I have given the index myself. So when I print fruits, they are not integer values. They are user defined values and you can set it yourself. So how we can use that index values? If I say month 1, so it will print the value which this index value refers. And in case of fruits, if I give any value, for example, L and print, it gives the value which is associated with this user defined value. One more thing which is very important to add over here is even though you give your own index values, for example, A, M, L, G, K, but still if you use an integer index, it will also work. That means by default, in the background, somewhere it is stored that A is 0, M is 1, even though I have set my own index labels. Having learned that how we can use indexing, we will start with series slicing. So whenever you do a slicing, there are three parts. One is start, another is stop, and then we have step. Stop, in case of positional index, that basically means the values which begin with 0 and are integer, this stop index is not included. If we have user defined labels, then this stop is included. So let us see that with the help of an example. We have this series with the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with the months. So if I write month 1 colon 5, that means the slicing will start with 1, that means from Feb, and go up till May. I have already told you that this 5, that index value 5 will not be included. So this will be the result. So what we do, we just run this code and see what is the output. If I write month 1 colon 5 and run it, it starts from 1 and go up till 4. You can observe that this 5 index value is not included. This simply means that this top index is not included. Another example, if I say 4 colon, that means I have not mentioned the stop index. That means start from 4th index and go up till the last of the series. So it will start from May and print up till December. So this will be the output. So we can check this. I just type over here 4 colon and run it. So this means that when we don't provide the stop index, it starts from the starting position and go up till the last position. Now, if I give a step over here, the only addition over here is a step. That means I'm telling my computer to start with 1 and go up till 6. But this time you have to go 2 steps. That means it will print Feb and then April and then June. So this will be the output. So I just write over here 1:7:2 and run it. So this is the output. So what step do is it starts with 1. So 1 plus 2 is 3 and 3 plus 2 is 5 and 5 plus 2 is 7. Since this last stop index is not included, it will stop over here. Now we will learn about slicing using user defined indexes. So what I can do, I can write A and then I put colon over here and then I put G. So what it will do, it will start with index position A and go up till index position G. Unlike integer indexes, this last index will be included. Even over here, we can give steps, and when we run it, it will be printed like this. That means it will start with A, then L, and next will be K, but it will not be included because the last index is G. Also, we can give the beginning position and print this. We can also do one more thing. We can give the last position, and that means start from beginning and go up till K. Even though you have user defined indexes, but we can also use the default index, which is given by default. You can also print in reverse by just typing over here -1. So you can also print reverse of any series using -1 in the step. So this is how we can do slicing of a series. Now we are going to learn the attributes of the series. The first one is name. So I just come back over here. So let us see. If I type fruits, it prints this. But if you can observe, there is no name of this series. So what we can do, I can write name equals to my fruits. And now when I print this, there is a name. What is the use of this? Later on in the coming videos, you will learn that we can convert a series to data frame. So when you convert a series to data frame, see what will happen. Month to a data frame and say data frame month. So when I print this month, now it is a data frame, not a series. So by default, it says 0. The name of this column is 0. But if I convert this fruits to a data frame, and print it, its name is my fruits. So if we don't give a name, default value is 0. But if I set this attribute name, then when you convert a series to a data frame, the column is given a name. Similarly, these indexes don't have any name, but we can also do that. So how we can do that? We just have to write index dot name equals to my fruit index. You can give it any name, that depends upon you. So now if I print fruits, it has series name and this index name. Then we have values. If we want to see the values, then we can write values. It will return the values in the series. Then we have size. Size tells you the number of values in the series. Then we have empty. It will tell you whether the series is empty or not. It returns a Boolean value. False means the series is not empty. If it is true, that means the series is empty. Now we have series method. The first one is head, returns the first n numbers of the series. That means whatever the value of n, it will return the top that number of values. But if n is not passed, the first 5 values will be returned. So let us examine it. So if I write month and I type head, I have not passed any value. So that means it returns the first 5 values. If I say 3, it will return the first 3 values. And if I say 7, it will return first 7 values. Then we have tail. We will study tail first and then we will study count. Tail. So opposite to head, tail returns the values from the bottom. If I don't provide any value, it will print the last 5 values. If I say 2, it will print the bottom 2 values. And if I say 7, it will print the bottom 7 values. The last one is count. So I write over here count, and it tells me the total number of values in this series. So in this video, we have learnt about indexing, slicing, attributes, and methods of series. Thanks for now. Keep watching the videos.